Hello, this is the Leatherpreneur. Here is a quick tutorial on how to make the original version of the Loaner wallet. This wallet is a raw edge project to be made with fabrics that do not fray, such as real leather, synthetic leather, vinyl, cork, and so on. In my own case, I'm making use of a two-phase synthetic leather, as it is quite durable but soft enough for any domestic sewing machine to handle. For a full list of other items you'll be needing, please see the info page of each pattern file. Now let's get started. First, you will need to assemble and cut out your pattern. This is very easy to do and isn't time consuming, as the pattern pieces are not much to begin with. I made mine into a hard template already, but it is okay to make your pattern in any way convenient for you. Do not forget to punch out all the holes needed to add guide marks and details when making the wallet. Next, cut out each pattern piece on your material. You will need just one cut for the main body. You will need one cut for pocket A, one cut for pocket B, 2 cuts for the button flap, and 2 cuts for the flap loop. Now let's mark out necessary points before we begin stitching. Some marks should be made on the front side of your fabric, while some should be made on the odd side of the fabric. This odd side will be the inside of the wallet when we are done making it. Now start with the point for press studs. Mark this point out on the front side of the leather or fabric for the main body cut, then install the bottom piece of the press stud. Also mark the points that demarcate the card slot. You can rule out demarcation line for the card slots if you are not sure of getting a straight stitch for them when sewing. Turn over the fabric or leather to the wrong side and mark these 4 points that will assist you when folding. Next, mark out the flap placement guide on the front side of pocket A. Mark out the press stud points on one of the flaps. Then mark out these left and right guide points on pocket B. After this, proceed to assemble the wallet. Start by top stitching the edges. Since the edges for this wallet will be nipped as it is or maybe finished with some edge paint, adding a line of stitch will go a long way in keeping the edges together. For pocket B, you need to stitch along the edge that is closest to the marked points we made on it earlier. For pocket A, you need to stitch along the slightly angled edge. For the bottom flap, stitch all around except the bottom line. For the main body, stitch along the shorter lengths only. This will include the curved side and the side parallel to it. Carefully stitch along these curves to get the best results and finish off the thread ends neatly. Next, join one of the button flaps to pocket A using the guide marks already made on it. Join the other button flap to the main body using the guide marks for it as well. Attach the flap loop to the main body next. After this, place pocket B under the curved pocket of the main body, but only up to the marked point on the pocket. Hold both pieces in place with some clips or glue. Also make sure the stitch edges for both pieces are visible. Follow the short vertical lines on the main body and stitch both pieces together. When sewing, it is best to go twice. Sew forward once and once again backward along the same line. Also make sure that the last stitch before turning back goes over the edge of the main pocket curve. Please follow the video closely to properly see what I mean. Next, join pocket B to the other side of the main body. A simple guide to properly placing this second pocket is to make sure that the odd side of the pocket faces the odd side of the main body. You will need to use the marked point on the main body to know where to place the pocket. Also glue or hold together with clips. For this part, there is no stitching involved. Next step is to fold it over instead. So fold over the pocket on both sides and hold in place firmly with clips. I use glue to further hold them together to make the final stitching easier, but if you can do this without the glue, it is all the same. Say this is a beginner's project, I suggest you rule a line to create a neat finishing stitch for this part. Then stitch with a seam allowance of 1 cm or less. This seam allowance is also very important as we will need to trim the edges later on. After rolling the lines, stitch and finish off the thread ends neatly. To trim off the edges, a distance of at least 0.3 cm away from the stitch line is perfect. Cut with a sharp scissors, a knife or a rotary cutter, whichever is easiest for you to handle is fine. The point is to make sure the cut is very straight and neat. Slightly burn the edges to flatten out any frills that may be present. Lastly, install the upper part of the press stud. With this, you are done. As for the second cut for the loop, this is an option for you if you want to add a wallet strap. This has to be placed between the pockets like this. So you may have to trim it down a little bit to fit it in. Doing this will also mean you'll be needing a D-ring, another leather or fabric cut for the strap, a swivel hook and some set of rivets to make the strap and attach the D-ring tab to the wallet. Finally, thoroughly clean off all pen marks on the wallet and you are good to go. Thank you for your patience throughout this tutorial and I hope you had a fun time making a version of the Luna wallet. See you again soon.